code and what your price range is, and your home will come up.
Okay.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of Craigslist?
Yeah, we do a lot of garage sales.
Selling things.
Yeah.
And you go to Craigslist?
Love Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist, just to give you an idea, I mentioned Realtor.com as being the _1 real estate website in the country. They get about 6 to 7 million visitors per month.
Wow.
Okay.
Huge.
Craigslist gets about 30 million visitors per
Wow.
month. So we're going to be on Craigslist in a big way, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
absolutely.
Nobody told us that.
No, and
Really interesting.
first time, I didn't even know that they you can sell houses on Craigslist.
Is that just with Tarbell?
Well, it's individual, and it's how aggressive your agent is in marketing your home. And is it another step for me to take to get your home out there? Absolutely. But it's something that's necessary in this type of a market to
I
expose
like
your home
that.
to the most amount of buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely going to be on Craigslist. If you look, I know you guys have looked on Craigslist
Yeah.
on garage sale and things like that. This probably looks like an average ad that you see on Craigslist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
It's
see
got a
these
heading
ads all the time.
and then some text.
No pictures.
Right. And this right here is a $1,250,000 home
Really?
being marketed on Craigslist, and you get 3 lines, a couple of sentences.
Wow, is that because it's like a cheap ad or something?
Well, it's free, just like everything else on Craigslist. You know, to post it, it's generally free. But you know, the agent can either go in and spend 30 seconds and type in their little ad, or what I like to do is I create an online flyer for your home on Craigslist.
So anybody could type it to print it then?
Sure.
Like somebody's looking, they could.
Sure.
Wow.
I mean, if you were on Craigslist and you had this ad and this ad, which one would you tend to look at more often?
I like this.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely
It's
this
got
one.
pictures. It's got a heavier description. It's just one of the other ways that we get to market your home. Do you see how advertising in this fashion on Craigslist would help expose your home to more buyers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on, my daughter just walked in. Hey, Annie, just have a seat there. We're in a meeting right now. Mom's got dinner on the fridge for you.
Oh, it's not good.
Okay.
I
I'm
have a
sorry.
question
Yeah.
about
Sure.
this. It's very interesting. Do you have more than, like, is there 6 pictures? Is that as many pictures you could put there?
That's as many pictures as I could fit
Okay.
on this slide right here.
Very nice.
But I think it gives you up to 12 pictures on Craigslist.
Okay.
So
That's great.
So yeah, when you scroll through, you'll actually see more of it. It's just a question of being able to fit it on here. I think you get the idea by looking at it.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
a
like
great
that.
idea.
Yeah. And will our home be on Craigslist?
Definitely.
Okay.
And just speaking of Craigslist, one of the things that you have to do, it's not just about putting your house on Craigslist. When you go to Craigslist, you really only get today's activity on that first page, whether you're looking at a garage sale or you're looking to buy something or you're looking at a house. You're really only going to get today's activity.
Okay.
So it's really important to keep updating it and renewing it so that it's always towards the top. Otherwise, as new ads come in, yours gets pushed to the bottom and eventually nobody sees it.
Oh, so can you keep ours at the top?
Yeah, well, it's every few days you have to renew it
Okay.
so that you get it up there. But yeah, it's an active process.
I was just
and we'll
gonna say.
definitely go through
It's a lot of work.
doing that to keep you marketed the way you need to be marketed.
So you sound like you're really up there because nobody has told us that.
Yeah, you know what? It's just another tool that I like to use to expose your home. The name of the game is exposure and exposing your home, and so this is just another way to do it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Exposure.
And speaking of exposing your home, we talked about some of the really big-time players in websites. We talked about MSN, Yahoo, AOL, New York Times, Realtor.com. This is what I kind of like to call grassroots internet marketing. This is like the next phase. Some people call it Web 2.0. I'm not sure I really understand Web 2.0, but I do know that by getting your home out to as many websites as possible, that it's going to increase the exposure
Even more.
and it's going to increase the likelihood that we're going to get a qualified buyer to your home.
Okay.
You may have heard of some of these. You may have heard of like Backpage, of Facebook. These are really kind of fledgling real estate companies and social networking internet sites that your house is going to be on as well. And
I saw a commercial on Trulia. They just dressed up like in an outfit. I don't know if you saw that or not.
yeah, I didn't see that one. I'll have to take a look for that one. But you guys have probably heard of Zillow.com. You've
Yes.
probably gone on there. Just about everybody goes on there to see what their home is worth.
Yep.
Zillow also has a real estate section. So Zillow is becoming much more popular. They get about 1 million or 1.5 million a month.
Wow.
So we're going to be on Zillow.com as well.
Okay.
I
Okay.
never even see this, but probably.
You know what? It's just a sample of them. And here's another sample of them. But what this is designed to do is give you the idea that your home is going to be everywhere. on the
Sounds
internet.
like it.
I mean,
Right.
it's going to be on so many sites that you and I have,
Right.
probably never even heard of. But do you see how kind of a grassroots marketing campaign can help expose your home to more buyers?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because the other agent actually just said realtor.com. They didn't say
Yeah,
anything
in
else
their own
about it.
website.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah,
of-
right.
But you have any website?
And my personal website, but and those are pretty standards. You're going to get those with most companies. I just really wanted to go to the next step and then
Okay.
the next step to show you guys what I'm going to do to market your home.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Have you heard of the MLS, Multiple Listing Service?
Yeah, I have.
But what that is when an individual decides to sell their home with an agent, that agent enters it into the MLS.
Hold on a second. Can you turn that TV down?
Yes?
Can you hold on a second so I can get some?
We're
Sure,
mov-
you
are
got
we
it.
moving? Where are we going?
Beautiful.
I have lots of friends
Upscale
here.
home.
I don't want to be next to you.
Okay. Where were you?
We were talking about the multiple listing service, or the MLS.
Oh, okay.
What most agents do is they take the listing agreement, they put a sign in your yard, and they put it into the MLS, and that's what they consider full service.
Really?
What we do is we go another step and we put it in all of the MLSs in California, so that anyone outside of this area, their agent can still look at the property on the MLS.
Mhm.
You see how that exposes your home to even more buyers in California as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Now, when we start looking for a new home for you,
Mhm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you into a system that's called Client Gateway.
Okay.
And on a weekly basis, that's going to send you, really on a daily basis, it's going to send you the homes that fit your criteria.
Okay.
Now, that's all well and good when you guys are buying, but
Right.
how does that work when you're selling? What's really neat about it is it's a little known thing about the MLS,
Yeah.
but what it is it's called reverse prospecting.
Mhm.
And just like I'm going to put you in as your buyer criteria, other agents put their buyers in for their buyer criteria.
Okay.
So I can go in and look at which agents have buyers that have the same criteria that your house has.
Wow.
A wine cellar, a beautiful pool, a redone kitchen, those kind of things.
Mm.
So, and I can contact that agent and say, hey agent, I've got a listing that just came up that fits one of your buyer's criteria.
Right.
See how that would expose even more buyers to your home?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yes.
Terrific,
I like it.
terrific. Any questions you guys have so far?
So you actually call the agents yourself and let them know that
Absolutely.
this house is available?
Absolutely. I don't want to count on them to go in and find it.
Sure.
Because they may never, who knows how often they go on the MLS, who knows how active they are in searching for a home for their client.
Wow.
So if I can get to them before they get to it, it might speed up the process for you.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Okay?
Wow.
Remember that little red box we talked about? Okay, on realtor.com.